Hello, Christina. Can you tell us a bit more about yourself and your artistic practice?
Yes, hello. So I am an artist and art therapist. I have a master's degree from the Art Institute of Chicago in art therapy and counseling. And I like to work with a range of materials. So if you ask me what my favorite material is, it changes all the time. So at the moment, I'm working with a lot of dried plant matter. I'm just taking a lot of walks out in nature, seeing what I find, collecting it and drying it either in the pages of books or using the silica gel, and seeing what comes of that. I'm also starting to read a little bit about eco-psychotherapy and seeing how that interacts with concepts from art therapy. Yeah, just figuring it out, seeing what feels right as I go.
Good. How does it feel being involved with this kind of a virtual residency with all the international artists? And can you tell us a bit more about your project?
Yeah, so for my project, I've specifically been thinking a lot about leaves since it's fall here and all the leaves are changing colors. So I've been thinking a lot about the purpose of a leaf for a tree as a way that the tree absorbs nutrients, and how the leaves change annually, and what does that mean then? How does that transfer for us, for our, in terms of mental health? What are our leaves? What do they look like? How often do we change them out? How do we know when they need to be changed? So those are all questions that I'm asking myself. And so for my project, I have some of these pressed leaves. I'm going to be embroidering the leaves. I'm not totally sure what that'll look like just yet, but I'm going to be embroidering with leaves while thinking about these questions in terms of how do we take in nutrients, how do we take in what we need. And then in terms of the residency, so this is my first ever online residency, my second residency ever. So it's really, for me, it's really interesting. I'm loving working with an international community. I always get a chuckle out of, during one of our meetings, I mentioned how I have a frame that I'm working with, a shadow box that's 16 by 20 inches. And then I realized, oh, inches is that's a US measurement. We're the only country not on the metric system. When I was talking with you a little earlier, you said the temperature in Celsius. I always get a little chuckle out of that. It definitely reminds me of my heritage, my family. My dad was born and raised in New Zealand, so he always did the metric system, degrees in Celsius. So I enjoy that, working with an international community. I also just enjoy getting perspectives outside the US. My art therapy program focused very strongly on decentering yourself and thinking about a more global perspective or a broader perspective of here's what's happening in the US or one specific part of the US. How does this work outside of our systems? Yeah.
And what's next? Do you have any plans? Any exciting projects coming up or something with the art therapy going on?
Nothing too exciting just yet. So I do know I'll be starting to work as an art therapist. I just graduated from my master's program not too long ago, and then just took a personal hiatus to get myself back on track. So then I'll be accepting hopefully some art therapy jobs, starting to look to actually get into the field and practice. Other projects that I'm working on. So I know I just decided I want to do one of those free little libraries. I don't know if you've heard of those, but the little library project, I want to put one of those on the corner of my house. So that's I guess that's an exciting project. Yeah, I'm getting excited about that. I want to build my own little library.
Well, good luck with everything, and thank you for the interview, Christina.
Thank you.